Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a massive, and I mean massive, shift in the digital economy. We're talking about how the barrier to entry for building an online business has essentially just vanished. Well, for anyone willing to harness AI in 2026 anyway. It's kind of crazy to think about, but everyday people are literally unlocking financial freedom using tools that are freely available right now on the internet.
Now, we've all seen the doom and gloom headlines, right? But the real conversation we need to be having isn't about robots coming for our jobs. It's actually about how this technology is currently the absolute greatest wealth creation engine of our generation. So the real question is, which AI side hustles actually work right now in 2026? And honestly, can complete beginners really step into this arena and succeed without having some sort of deep technical expertise?
Well, the short answer is yes. The reality is, you can start generating extra income today using totally free AI tools, and you can do it with absolutely zero coding experience. Seriously, you do not need a computer science degree to direct an AI, and you definitely don't need to know how to train complex machine learning models. You just need to know how to prompt it. If you can ask it to produce valuable outputs that businesses are absolutely desperate for, you're golden. It is literally the ultimate example of working smarter, not harder.
Let's get into Section 1, the AI Gold Rush. Why 2026 is the year of opportunity. So AI is growing at a breakneck pace, right? And while businesses are frantically scrambling to adopt it just to stay competitive, they are severely lacking the in-house talent to actually do it. To put this into perspective, surveys are showing this enormous, off-the-chart spike in companies wanting to integrate AI into their daily operations, yet a staggering percentage of them just don't have the staff who know how to use these tools effectively. And you know what? That massive vacuum is exactly where you come in. Ordinary people, armed with the right knowledge and just a little bit of hustle, can step right into that gap. That intense demand is your perfect opportunity to build a highly profitable side hustle.
Moving on to Section 2, Content and Video Automation, Democratizing Text and Video Creation.
Okay, our first side hustle is AI content writing. I want you to think about an e-commerce store that sells, say, 1,000 different products. Writing unique, engaging descriptions for every single one of those items would traditionally take weeks of time and probably cost a copywriter a small piece of their soul. But with AI, you can generate that entire foundation in just a few minutes. Whether it's catchy newsletters, blog posts, or highly converting landing pages, businesses will gladly pay you a premium to completely take all this content creation right off their plate.
Now here's the secret sauce. AI gives you the speed, instantly conquering that dreaded blank page and doing all the heavy lifting of a first draft. But the real premium, the thing clients actually open their wallets for, is your human touch. You're essentially shifting from being just a typist to acting as a high-level creative director. You're the one refining the text, fact-checking the outputs, and injecting that unique, recognizable brand voice that AI on its own simply cannot replicate.
Right, so for those of you who want to build a real media asset, grow a massive audience, and maybe earn some of that sweet passive ad revenue, all without ever stepping in front of a camera lens, our second side hustle is YouTube automation. You'll often hear these called faceless channels. This is an absolutely perfect route if you don't want to drop thousands of dollars on expensive camera gear or figure out complicated lighting setups.
By treating this whole thing as a simple step-by-step pipeline, one person, yes, just you, can now essentially replace an entire production studio. First, you use language models to write engaging documentary-style scripts. Next, you just feed those scripts into incredibly realistic AI voice generators to handle all your audio. From there, other AI tools can automatically pull in relevant B-roll footage, sync it up perfectly with your voiceover, and even generate those highly clickable, eye-catching thumbnails, and you're doing the whole shebang straight from your laptop. Let's jump to Section 3, Social Media and Design, Outputting Agency-Level Creative Assets.
And this brings us right to side hustles number 3 and 4, social media management and AI graphic design. Think about it, your favorite local coffee shop, that gym just down the street, or even your neighborhood real estate agent. They all know they need great branding, right? They know they need a consistent social media presence. But honestly, they're way too busy actually running their businesses to sit down and learn complex design software. They will happily hand over a solid monthly retainer to an AI-savvy freelancer who can just take it over and manage all of it efficiently.
Just look at how these high-value deliverables map so cleanly to some really simple AI skills. Let's say a client needs a full month's worth of brand posts. No problem. You can use AI to generate a detailed content calendar and write every single caption in just one afternoon. Or what if they need a new logo, a book cover, or maybe some print-on-demand t-shirt designs? Well, today's AI image generators let you rapidly prototype dozens of stunning variations in absolute record time. You are literally giving your clients incredible, top-tier marketing graphics without them having to wait for that slow traditional agency turnaround time.
All right, moving into Section 4, AI Virtual Assistants, the Productivity Multiplier.
So our fifth side hustle is offering AI virtual assistant services. And let me tell you, this completely transforms how freelancers and busy professionals operate. This is no longer just about doing basic data entry or taking phone messages like in the old days. By leveraging AI, you can manage incredibly complex operations that would normally require a full-blown administrative team. That makes you an absolute vital asset to anyone whose time is quite literally money.
Imagine this. A client tosses you a messy, super disorganized spreadsheet and casually asks for a summary of current market trends. Well, as an AI-powered virtual assistant, you just feed that data into the right tool. Instantly, it generates a comprehensive research report, draft a beautifully polished email summarizing those findings for the client stakeholders, and you can even automate the scheduling for their follow-up meeting. It's wild. What used to take a highly paid assistant an entire afternoon to slog through is now completed in about 12 minutes. By doing that, you become completely indispensable.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, Future AI Business Opportunities, Preparing for the Next Wave.
Now, as much as we've covered today, there is still so much more to uncover. In Part 2 of this explainer, we're going to break down the exact specific AI tools you need for these workflows. We'll also talk about how to actually go out and secure those high-paying clients, plus the common pitfalls you absolutely must avoid to stay one step ahead of the curve. And of course, we'll explore what the future actually holds for AI-powered businesses as this technology just keeps evolving.
The bottom line is this: the barrier to entry has completely vanished, but that window of opportunity for early adopters, it is wide open right now. So looking at the incredible power of these tools today, are you going to remain just a consumer of AI, or are you finally ready to step up and become a creator? Think about it.
Hey everyone, let's dive right into this explainer. Today we're unpacking the advanced tier of building sustainable income using AI. Look, if you've been paying attention to the digital landscape lately, you already know that artificial intelligence is completely shifting the ground beneath our feet. We've moved way past the novelty phase of just asking a chatbot funny questions. We're now in a phase where AI is creating entirely new, legitimate income opportunities. But to really capitalize on this, we have to move beyond the absolute basics and look at the advanced strategies that are actually working right now in the real world. But before we even get into the weeds, there's a crucial point we need to make. We are talking about building a realistic, sustainable online business step by step. We're not chasing instant riches here. There are a lot of wild claims out there right now, promising that you can just push a button and become wealthy by next Tuesday. That is simply not reality. AI is not a shortcut. Actually, it's more like an amplifier. It is a wildly powerful tool, absolutely, but it rewards the people who are willing to learn, adapt, and consistently improve their skills to create genuine value for others. It amplifies your effort. It absolutely doesn't replace the need for it. So here's our agenda for today. First, we'll look at the AI income momentum. Second, high-demand service hustles. Third, scalable digital products. Fourth, supercharging freelance work. Fifth, crucial mistakes to avoid. And sixth, the future of AI. All right, Section 1, the AI income momentum, from basic to advanced hustles. So, the advanced side hustles we're about to cover really fall into two main frameworks. First up, we've got service-based models. Think video editing, consulting, and freelancing. This is your active income. You're trading your time for money, sure, but because you're using AI, your output and efficiency are just off the charts. Then, on the other side, we have product-based models, which include online courses and digital products. This is your scalable income. The absolute beauty of this is that you build the asset once, using AI as your co-pilot, and then you can sell it infinitely without spending any extra time per sale. Both are highly profitable, but, they require totally different approaches. Moving on to Section 2, high-demand service hustles, trading enhanced time for money. It's no secret that video content is in massive demand across literally every single platform right now. And AI tools, they allow you to tackle everything from full YouTube edits and short-form content to generating automated subtitles and repurposing long videos into clips, all with unbelievable speed. Think about it. Previously, taking a 1-hour podcast and turning it into 20 short-form clips with those dynamic, flashy subtitles, that would take a human editor days. Now, AI software can spot the most engaging parts of a long video, automatically chop them up, and generate perfectly timed subtitles in a matter of minutes. By offering these AI video editing services, you're solving a huge pain point for creators and businesses who desperately need a ton of content but just don't have the time to make it themselves. Next up is what we call the consulting implementation loop. Guys, this is an incredibly lucrative opportunity right now. So many local businesses keep hearing the buzzword AI, but they have absolutely no clue how to actually apply it to their day-to-day operations. I mean, they're busy actually running their businesses. That's where you step in as an AI business consultant. First, you identify their specific local business bottlenecks. Second, you automate those business workflows, maybe setting up systems to handle repetitive internal tasks. And third, you improve their customer support systems. You are coming in and providing immense, highly measurable value. And trust me, businesses are more than happy to pay for that kind of practical, hands-on implementation. All right, section 3, scalable digital products. Build once, sell infinitely. Here's where things get really scalable. You can essentially use AI as your ultimate educational co-pilot to package your own expertise into AI-powered online courses. Historically, creating a course was just exhausting. You know the feeling, staring at a blank screen, trying to write an outline, designing endless presentation slides, formatting all those worksheets. It was a massive barrier to entry, but now you can just feed your core knowledge into an AI and have it generate comprehensive course outlines in literally seconds. It can draft the scripts for tailored presentations and even design educational worksheets for your students. The AI handles the heavy lifting of the structuring and formatting. That frees you up to focus on what actually matters, delivering your unique expertise and selling your knowledge online. And you don't even have to stop at full courses. You can create a massive variety of high-volume AI digital products. This is the perfect example of building a scalable, recurring income stream. People buy these kinds of products every single day because, honestly, they just want shortcuts and better organization. You can leverage AI to brainstorm, design, and churn out things like templates, specialized prompt packs, ebooks, checklists, and printable planners at a volume and quality that was pretty much impossible for a solo creator just a few years ago. Picture this. You spend a weekend building highly valuable assets using AI generation tools. You list them for sale, and those products can theoretically sell hundreds of times over the next year. And the best part? Zero additional production effort on your part. Which brings us to section 4, supercharging freelance work, the perfect blend. So what does the new freelance formula look like? Well, it's a perfect blend that drastically increases your production speed while keeping your uniquely human creativity front and center for quality control. Think of it as an 80-20 split. 80% of the work relies on AI's speed and efficiency. It completely conquers the blank page, drafts the initial translation, generates those foundational graphic design concepts, or outlines your marketing copy. But that remaining 20%, that human element, that is what actually gets you paid top dollar. The human touch is the editing, the nuance, the specific taste, the alignment with a brand's unique voice. Look, if you just try to be the 80% and hand in raw AI output to a client, you're going to get replaced. For sure. But if you use AI to get 80% of the way there in an instant, and then spend all your energy on that final 20% of brilliant human polish, you can easily take on 5 times as many clients without ever dropping your quality. Let's move to section 5, crucial mistakes to avoid, the reality check. All right, it is time for a quick reality check, because there is a stark contrast between a beginner's expectation and the sustainable reality in this space. A lot of beginners come in expecting instant income. They rely entirely on AI without doing a single edit, and they just directly copy others. And let me tell you, the market is incredibly saturated with this kind of low-effort spam, and consumers see right through it immediately. The sustainable reality, on the other hand, requires committing to continuous learning, mostly because these tools change so rapidly. You absolutely must apply that human quality control we just talked about and focus on creating genuine value. Ultimately, your goal isn't just to churn out output. It is to use AI to create recognizable, real-world value for your clients or your audience. Finally, section 6, the future of AI, staying ahead of the curve. The AI horizon is shifting fast, and it is not just about chatbots anymore. We're looking at the rapid rise of autonomous AI agents. These are programs that can actually execute complex, multi-step tasks totally on their own. We're moving toward complete workflow automation, where entire back-office processes essentially run themselves, right alongside highly personalized content generation. And because of this rapid advancement, there is a surging demand for people who actually possess these real-world AI skills. Companies don't just want AI, they want people who know how to wield it effectively. And this brings us right back to the absolute necessity of lifelong learning. The tools you use today, they're going to look primitive in 12 months. Your greatest asset isn't knowing one specific prompt, it's your ability to constantly learn, adapt, and evolve. So with all these incredible tools literally at your fingertips, the only question left is which path you will choose to start taking action and building your sustainable business today. We've seen the raw power of AI video editing, the massive untapped need for local business consulting, the infinite scalability of digital products, and the sheer efficiency of the new freelance formula. The opportunity is sitting right in front of you, mapped out and ready to execute. So my final question to you is this: as this massive technological wave continues to reshape our entire economy, will you be the one adapting and creating value, or will you be the one left behind? Pick your path, take action today, and let's start building.